What is the best advice for choosing the right assisted living home? Before I introduce Mary, I just want to say she might look young, but tell us in the past year how many families you personally helped to choose and move into the right assisted living home.
Sure. So my name is Mary Zabian. I own assisted living locators of the greater Boston area, Metro West Massachusetts, and then down in Rhode Island as well. So in the last year, we helped a little over 100 families move into independent assisted or memory care
Thank you for
communities.
helping so many people.
So one of the things that I really encourage my families and clients to do is really think about who their loved one is as a whole person, because a lot of families get caught up in, there's 5 assisted living communities within 15 minutes of my home, or my friend's mother went to this place and she really liked it, so I want to look there and I think that will be fine. It's not so simple as that they have the care or they have the type of apartment you want. Your loved one has lived a whole life. They have their own interests. They have their own needs, whether it's dietary needs or preferences or just personality things and quirks. And some people really like the really fancy communities with a lot of amenities and the swimming pool, and they like to go to dinner and talk to other people who've had really impressive careers and traveled all over the world, and other people are intimidated by some of that. And so it's really important to me that the seniors move into a place where they can find some of their independence again, and they can be social and be happy, whatever that means to them, while also getting the care that they need in a place that's convenient for their family to visit. Those things are very important, but I like to take a much more holistic approach.
Yes, a bunch of things you said I think were really helpful, and I'm just going to backtrack a little bit because, first of all, I've had clients who did very well in life, but they didn't like the snobby crowd.
Yeah.
And they felt that everyone was looking down on them.
Yeah.
And it was almost an embarrassing situation taking them to a place where they didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to verbalize that.
Yeah, and just because you can afford the fanciest place doesn't mean it's the best fit for you.
Right.
I have a lot of clients who stayed home with their kids and they don't like to be in a place where they feel like they're going to be kind of challenged by those dynamics, and that's really important, because just because you can afford the nicest place in town by some people's standards doesn't mean it's going to make you the happiest.
You might not feel like you fit in.
Right.
Another thing you said that really struck is, because I've seen people say, oh, my friend stayed there and they liked it, which is good that someone's vouching for it. But are you really going to just choose that place? Or are you going to be, and another thing is, oh, my friend or my family member works there.
Yeah.
And once again, or it doesn't mean you're going to get a discount.
No.
And it doesn't mean they're going to treat you better necessarily. So it's worth looking at objectively at all your options, correct?
Right, and I always say, never be shy. Ask us about every place that you've heard of or that you have a friend at. We're always happy to talk about those and look at them. I'm never going to tell someone no. But it doesn't, like you said, first of all, it doesn't mean you're going to get a financial discount. The discounts are not what they used to be. These communities are highly occupied, and there's a big need, and you want to be in a place that stands by what they offer. It's costly to live in these places, but you want to make sure that you're comfortable. But a discount shouldn't be a deciding factor. But also, your friend or your loved one's, their loved one, I should say, their situation may be totally different from yours or your loved one. When people need very high amounts of care, for example, sometimes they have more limited options, and you don't want your loved one to be in a place where they're much more independent than their neighbors. You want to feel like you're as independent as you can be while still being able to age in place and get the care when you need it.
And Mary, thank you for your time and helping all those families. And what I really get from you is you really get to know the person. And that's really important to really find the right fit and take care of them. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. If this was helpful, please press subscribe and the bell notification, and hope to see you in the next video.